Hello, I'd like to talk to you today about DUCS, KAMUSI's system for lining up words and ideas across hundreds of different languages using data that we're bringing in from hundreds of different data sets. The example that I'm going to use today is our new mobile application that we've been developing with Pierre. We call it Word Up, and what we need to do is ask people, we're providing people with words as English terms and asking them to give us the equivalent in their language. In order to do this, we need to know what the definition of the English term is. Because right now, for example, here we have the word lock. You don't know whether it's a lock of hair, a lock on a canal, a lock that you lock the door with. So we need to bring in the definition, and we have this set of 100,000 concept definitions, but we don't have them yet matched with the words that we need to match them with in various applications. So Sina has been working on this application we call DUCS that helps us to line up all of these terms across all of the different languages. And in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to have we have this list of English terms that and we have a certain amount of contextual data about the term. So, for example, with this word recount, we know that it's personal interaction, speech, language. So it's something we're talking about telling a story. So it's not count again, the number, not recount, but narrate or give a detailed account of. So all we're going to do is we're going to click on this little brick that holds the word recount and the other contextual information, drag it over here, drop it in, and then we'll click on Submit Connections. That'll bring us back to this screen, and then we select our next word. Here I've selected vein. You can see there are a few more definitions for vein: the horny ribs of an insect, a layer of ore between layers of rock, various other things that we don't need. So I can actually click X out the different definitions that don't apply until I can see the one that I want, which is a blood vessel that carries blood, because it's part of man's physical being, body part. So I'll drop that in there, click on Submit Connections, move to the next item. Here I've got the word shiver, and again, it's part of physical being, body processes and functions. So I know it has something to do with shaking, but I don't know if it's shake from the cold or shake as from fear or excitement. And there are cases where this word that we're looking for might have two definitions in our data set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag shiver, the brick, over from that side from the left to the right. But I'm also going to take this duplicate label, which I can do the same thing, so that I can now submit that it really matches this idea in this context, matches twice. And if I check the French, if you know French, we have that for context also. You know, trembler, frissonner. They both match either of those as well. So I can submit and move on. A different problem that you might encounter is that there might be a word for which we have no definition that applies. So for example, in this case, we have wink, which is close one eye briefly, and none of these definitions work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brick for wink, slide it over to this orange box that says no definition applies, and then click Submit Connections. And if you do that, you'll be able to alert us that this is a word that we need to come up with a definition for, and we'll give it a priority, add it to our priority list. Here's a different case where we have a word that has a bad definition. We have the word sleep, and we know that it means doing this, but the definition is be asleep. That doesn't tell us anything. So I'm going to click bad definition, but I'm also going to drop sleep in there and send it on, because generally we know what that means, and we can make that work for the time being until we have a chance to take your cue that we should be improving that definition. So one more time, here we've got the word swallow. It's part of a body process, ingestion. So you can swallow. So I'm going to X out all of these definitions that I know don't apply until I come to this one, pass through the esophagus. Drop this on, click on Submit Connections, and we're moving on to the next. So this is DUCS, our new system for lining up ideas across many, many different languages. We hope that you enjoy it, that it's fun for you like a crossword puzzle or another word game, that you'll play 25, 50, 100 terms or more, that you'll keep on coming back, that you'll tell other people about it, that you'll let us know ways that we can improve it. And we thank you very much for helping us get our ducks in a row.